dad told us, he said, you can always tell a good vineyard because it has a lot of footsteps in it. We moved out to the home ranch in Redwood Valley in 1957. So we started growing grapes to sell to hobbyist winemakers, and then they would come back and show us the wines they had made and talk about the awards they had won in their judging. So my dad said, hey, if these guys can make wine, then we can make wine too. And that was the beginning. We have 50 vine acres here at Ceágo. And within those 50 vine acres, we have about 37 clones. For example, this quarter of the vineyard here is Sauvignon Blanc. And this side is all Cabernet Sauvignon. We have a few clones of Muscat. We have a few clones of Malbec. And we have 3 clones of Cabernet Franc. And Syrah loves the heat. And we have the heat. So the little bit of Chardonnay we do a non-oaked. So it's kind of like a spice rack. It's given us a really good opportunity to see what we like and what does well. A little red wine on the dust of the pickup, huh? What we're trying to do here at Ceágo is make wines that we can drink. Back in the days of Fetzer, the wines were always ready to drink at a younger age. And I really like that because I think that's what a lot of the consumers are looking for. Generally here in our terroir, we find the wines are a little softer, more approachable. The 05 was the first vintage we had, and it's so soft. The Cabernet and the Malbec, they all ran the same gamut. Very, very soft. Sweet tannin. I think that must be a big part of the tannin management. The soils and the heat. Because in Mendocino County it takes us about 3 years to get the Cabernet or anything to open up and release. These things just open up right away and are drinkable. It's a pretty nice balance of acid right now. We notice the Cab Franc, and I usually pick by the acid sugar balance. Just the taste. I noticed the Syrah this morning was really, when you bite into the grape, it almost explodes.
So it's softer and real rich fruit. Biodynamic wines are kind of in a different aroma profile.
Well, I think it's just a more authentic expression of the terroir. I think a lot of what we do biodynamic is just be aware of what's going on around us. We elected to go with a taller canopy, so it just gives us more leaf to work with, to ripen that fruit up. And you know, every year we're learning something new. This soil is very deep, very gravelly, loamy soil. When I planted the vineyard originally, my idea was let's not grow the vines in pots. You know, just in these little pots where the water is. Let's get it out. So after we harvest, we'll turn the water on. We have overhead irrigation. The elevation here is 1,400 feet, roughly the lake level. And where I come from in Mendocino County, Redwood Valley, we're at 720 feet. So it's amazing how quickly we do rise. This was a big walnut ranch, but the trees were big. They were huge. And we had good drainage. Obviously, I like the lake. We have about 3/4 of a mile of lakefront. And my idea was to come here and kind of retire and grow grapes and grow olives and do the lavender and have nice gardens and, you know, really build a unique lifestyle. I think this year is definitely going to be the year that Lake County has the opportunity to really shine. No fog all summer long. I mean, what other county can talk about that? So it's much easier, I think, to farm right here where we are than any place that I know of. It's much easier here than it is in Mendocino County or much easier than Sonoma County. One thing that I see that's changed Lake County is that land was and is affordable. So we can take that money that we save from buying land and we can put it into our operations, whether it be organic or biodynamic or whatever style you're looking for, and we can put it there and still produce great wines at a reasonable price. The consumer is becoming smarter, more educated, and there's no reason for them to go out and spend $70, $80 on a bottle of wine that they can pay 20 bucks for, 30 bucks for in Lake County. But I think this is the future. Areas like this are the future.